Why are you not going live for me? I should be able to do this. There we go. There we are. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, and wow, people, I tell you what. Just had a shot of Knob Creek. Bear is ready and going here. Yes, indeed. Holy cow. Need to do that. Need to do that before every show here. I tell you what. Great to have Amy here. Hello, Amy. I hope you and the entire Lester crew out there is having a terrific Thanksgiving out there. Yes, indeed. It is the time of the year, people, to just gorge your face. Gorge your face. A bear actually waits until the next day. People call it Black Friday. It is actually Bear Friday because, everybody's... They got all done, with the feast and everything, and now they're off to their shopping adventures. Well, Bear is right there at the garbage can, ready to go. Oh, I tell you what, it is the best. The best time of the year. The best. I'm going to see Miguel. I haven't seen Miguel in quite a while. I don't know if they celebrate Thanksgiving down there, but just in case, I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Bear actually was going to try and do a kind of a watch along with Rambo. Not really many people were that interested in that, so we will be moving briskly along to some campaign updates out here. Let me get right on into it here, because we've actually got some great stuff from... Melissa's here too. Great to see Melissa. And, Jiminy too, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Great to have Jiminy here. Great indeed. Alright, hold on. Bear is snockered on Knob Creek and need to find where we're going here. Nope, I don't want to do that one. 1 second here, people. 1 second. It is great to have everyone here. Great to have everyone here because we actually got some campaign updates from the great CyberFrog out there, Ethan Van Skyver. Let me get to it here. He says the chromium. It would be the chromium process out there. Hey, Rick's Planet Backers. Well, hello, Uncle E. By the way, I think I just saw Uncle E was doing a live show. RT Bear was doing a live show. Who else? Midnight's Edge. I think Doomcock was out there doing a live show. Shad out there was doing a... I want to thank everybody here that is actually showing up for Bear. It was, I was a little worried about that. A little worried indeed. P-Money is here. P-Money is here? P-Money is here! Happy day before Americans celebrate the holiday we did last month. Well, it is cold up there. And, you never ask your Canadian friends for the time, because... they're always celebrating Boxing Day on the day after Christmas. They're why you would want to go and punch out other people, I just don't know. It's kind of a weird. I guess they just have the one day. It's kind of like the Purge. It's kind of like the Purge, but in Canada, you just go out there and you start boxing anybody you see. At least that's Bear's interpretation of it. Let's see. Miguel says, "Hello, I'm at the. Oh, congratulations on your home gym out there. I will see the show pumping the iron. Yes, indeed. I tell you what, I should do more shots of Knob Creek before the show. I thought I would show you the foil lamination and metallization process for your chromium cover. Why am I talking about it? Let's actually just show it here. Oh, there we go. There's some nice chromium action there. Plus, metallization is an awesome word. That will be the name of my band, EVS, and the metallization. Yes, indeed. Or featuring, let's see, what would it be? Metallization featuring EVS. Something along those lines. So, anyways, very cool, a very neat look, kind of behind the scenes there. I think we saw some of this already, but that's alright. It looks pretty good. Looks like it's going to be pardon me here. It looks like it's going to be a very interesting book out there. Regardless of what happens. Uncle E usually puts in, a lot of effort there in the book itself. So even with the, what was it called, fluting? Was it the fluting issue that we had last time where there was so much color and so much ink on the page that it just started to ripple it out there. We didn't know that at the time, but now we know. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see. Where am I? Because he actually had another one here. Let me find it. I actually just had that up here, didn't I? Come on, Bear. That's what happens when you take shots before your live show there. All right, there we go. Why do I not have it? I don't have it, people. I will just read it off for you good people out there. The Wrecked Planet deleted scenes back cover. Let's see. I think I had the. There we go. There's the Wrecked Planet deleted scenes. We saw that just the other day there. So he's got the back cover here, so very cool. Hey friends, hey Ugly, long time no see. Here is the back cover for the deleted scenes book there. So let me see if I can bring it up in OBS here. Let's check it out. Check it out a little bit bigger there. There we go. There we go. Pretty cool there. Boxing Day is the day that the Brits go out and beat up the folks who gave them lame gifts. Well, that sounds legit. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. P. says, I'm good and happy 2 days before Americans punch each other for a new TV. Well, luckily Bear got his new TV just a couple of weeks ago. So, of course it goes out on Bear. He's watching his food channel out there. What was it? One of the wars, one of the cookie wars or holiday wars or maybe Bobby Flay wars or something like that out there. And it just goes, bzz, by. Oh, what? Come on, TV. What's going on here? So had to go out and get a new TV. Oh, I tell you what. We got one though. We got one. All before the. Don't have to punch anybody out though. They were actually on a decent sale there. Went to Costco. Good old Costco out there. Yes, indeed. Only losers go out on Black Friday to fight the masses, P-Money. The smart folks just order online while eating pumpkin pie. There you go, and have it delivered. Oh, pumpkin pie. Let's see. Amy is making some pumpkin custards out there since she has 2 fruit pies already. Well, Amy, you might have to share just leave it on the windowsill. Just leave it on the windowsill out there. I mean, the TV looks nice hung up in the cave. It is. It's an OLED, so it's got the really dark blacks out there. Does Bear use a credit card when he buys the TV? No, we just traded it in for some salmon. Salmon poor but TV rich out here. Yes, indeed. Storytelling. Let's get back to it here, people. Storytelling can sometimes feel like sketching with a pencil. Sometimes you get to part ways into a drawing and have to. I need to read it here. I can't. I'm trying to read it through OBS here. Where am I? Sometimes you get partway into drawing and have to erase portions of it. Other times you just gotta crumple it up and start all over again. That is unfortunately with writing out there. You know, you come up with something. Bear calls it killing his babies out there. You come up, you got the great idea out there. Oh, the great idea out there. And sometimes, 4 or 5 great ideas, and, just one of them just doesn't work with the other one. You just gotta strangle it right there in the crib there. So, unfortunately, that's kind of some very tragic imagery there. But, yeah, pretty much. You really want to keep everything you wrote because, oh man, it's great. But, no, you sometimes got to just get rid of the stuff you really love out there. Let's see, Merchantville, he says, by Ethan Van Sciver. Let's see, as originally written, Lily would have been taken to her missing father, I should say, in a nice town called Merchantville, that was under the protection of Scorpion, I believe, and his gang. All was not as pleasant as it appeared, though. Rewriting and cutting it tightened the story up, and a lot of the information was redundant to Salamandroid's testing anyhow. I think I remember him talking about that. They were talking about ending. I think he was going to end the story there in Merchantville, and it ended up having to redo it. I think it was going to add another couple, 5, 6, 7 pages like that. So, You know, sometimes you just want to say, hey, we got this far. Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and finish it on out here. Let me see. Let's see. Numb. That would be art by E.J. Morris out there. Keep trying to say Morales out there. I had this initial idea that being disconnected from the Kelsin was causing CyberFrog to become emotionless and angry, and that he would lash out violently at the Vispas at night. I like that. Lashing out violently at the Vispas at night. Yes, indeed. I got 5 pages into the script and decided this wasn't a heroic reaction to his failure. And what's more, it wasn't a drastic rather change from who he was in the 90s. Still, EJ's art was on point, so it's worth showing to you out there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then finally, let's see. It says Picnic with art by Kelsey Shannon. This is an extended sequence from the Wreck Planet in which CyberFrog completely wins over the kids of the community. That's about time. And also the friendship of Lily Owen. That's her name, Lily. I was trying to remember what it was. It's fun to see him showing off his powers to the delight of children. And there's a lot to like about the scene, but the story arrives where it needs to go with Lily finally bonding with Trick Ron. I believe that's CyberFrog there, without the extra 5 pages. But he wanted Kelsey to draw it anyways, just for some funds out there. So there you go. Looks like that'll be kind of an interesting book out there. Let's see. It was called the. Oops, not that one. Where was it here? Where was the deleted scene? I believe everybody is getting this as a add-on on the. I want to get this right here. I believe it was the Second Chance campaign. No, excuse me. It was the. No, wait. It was the Second Chance campaign. So, if you didn't get it, or if you didn't, if you just ordered in the first campaign out there, I believe he has this up on the Indiegogo out there. Although you gotta be able to find it first, thanks to our good friends over there at Indiegogo. All right. Let's see. Moving briskly along. Let's see. Whoops. That was actually part of it. That was actually part of it there. One of the. We were talking about one of the pages the last time there. So there you go. Where am I? Come on, Bear. Professional show. You got plenty of people watching. At least you could do is do a professional show. Well, not today, but eventually out there. A WOG, the WOG out there. I had no idea that was what the cool kids were saying. WOG, that would be the Wraith of the God out there. A Blood Hunters update and beanies. People, the beanies are back. The beanies are back. Beanies are back. Hey everyone. Hey Aaron. I just finished up page 15 of Blood Hunters and expect to be through page 18 by this time next week. Actually, let me find it here. You don't want to read along with Bear. Just show it. Just show it to you good people. Let's see. P-Money says, so because I got CyberFrog on the first day, I don't get the deleted scene, so it didn't... hold on. Bear... Let me find that, because I did make mention of that, and I don't want to get this wrong. Give me 1 second, P-Money. Let's see. CyberFrog. I go back a little bit. Oh, everybody doing the Black Friday stuff. Oh, yeah. Let's see. If you backed Wrecked Planet in this campaign, for the second chance campaign, you get one of these for free. So, I just want to double check here. Talk amongst your shells, people. Talk amongst your shells. Let's see. No, that doesn't say. Yeah, it looks like it's the Second Chance campaign. Let's see. Hello, friends. I've decided to improve the stretch goals for this campaign, which is the Second Chance campaign, and take all of the censored prints and use them to create another comic book for you instead. It'd be called Wrecked Planet Deleted Scenes. 16-page comic. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I don't see it. It looks like it's just for the Second Chance campaign. Although he did have an update to that. Bear with bear. Bear with bear here. Let's see. Okay. People are extremely enthusiastic about Wreck Planet deleted scenes, and honestly, they should be. Some are asking if they can just purchase the book without backing this new campaign's variants, and that's the Second Chance campaign. Or if they can add extra copies to their order, or even if I'll autograph them. So I've added all of these opportunities to the campaign, the Second Chance campaign, because I think the regular CyberFrog Wreck Planet, the first one is done, is finished. You will receive one free copy of the deleted scenes if your order contains CyberFrog Wrecked Planet. If you'd like to do another, you can add on checkout, or if you'd like to buy deleted scenes, he's opened up a perk for that book alone. And if you want it autographed, you can do that on your add-on there. So, yeah, it looks like that's what Bear was a little bit confused about that the last time. But yeah, it looks like it is the Second Chance campaign out there for Wreck Planet. So, yes, you are correct. You are correct, P-Money. I'm sorry, I had to take a little bit of time to find that. Get that right for you there. But yeah, it looks like all the people that got the, what was that? The Jay Lee cover out there. That looks like, what was that? That was the first day order or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody is getting any of that. Unfortunately. The beanies are back. Yes, indeed. Talk amongst ourselves. Okay, now what can I say? I really think of Bear. Oh my goodness. Well, don't hold back. Oh wait, he can read these chats. Bear's so great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sir Arthur Quiller Couch coined the phrase "murder your darlings." There we go. That would probably be a better way to describe it. Which is a bit of an odd phrase. He's suggesting to write the ideas as full and flowery as you want, just don't send them to press. Yeah, basically you're murdering your children out there. You're bringing them up. Oh, you flowered. You've watered the flowers and everything out there, and then all of a sudden, we're not going to be using this after all, and just kind of runs into a dead end out there. So, no, I like what he did there. I like what he was able to do. Take some stuff. Hey, we're not going to put this in the book, but let's do it as an add-on. I do wish that he did do that with the first campaign out there. So there we go. Sorry, I had to take a little bit of time out there, but there we are. All right, Bear's trying to do it. Let me go back here with Wraith of God here. Wraith of God. Let me see. Where was I? Gabe El Taib out there. Bear took some time to figure that one out. El Taib. We'll be starting coloring this week, so the book is in full gear. Also, the popular Wraith of God beanies are back. The beanies are back, people. If you know nothing else, the beanies are back. There's a perk now listed on the campaign page. The only item these beanies can be added onto for shipping savings is the shot glasses. Oh boy, where's my thing at here? What was that? Maker's Mark. Oh man, is the shot glasses. So if you have already ordered a shot glass and want a beanie, contact me in this secret link. Otherwise, just order the beanie as a separate item. They should ship in January. Very cool. Coming up here. So you can still use them for the winter. Thank you all for your continued support in this exciting campaign out there. Watch out, there's Dracula. Look out, lady. Why are you falling for that weirdo out there? Come on, you can do better. You can do better than that. Oh, there's the beanie. Bear might need to get a beanie. He's got the what was that? The Alterna Comics beanie, but loaned that out and has not gotten it back yet. So, that's all right. We'll just get by. We'll get by. Might have to get a beanie from Aaron out there. Just don't send them to college, says Amy. That's true. You're just wasting your money. Hats, hats, got it. Yes, indeed. Beanies are back. Beanies are back. Da, da, da. Beanies are back. I don't know the lyrics of this song. Beanies are back. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see. I'm moving along here, people. Where am I? For crying out loud. One of these days. One of these days, people. Ah, there we go. A new one out here for beer. I kind of like the song that they kind of do with this one out here. Let me find it here. Where are we? That would be the ghost of Matecumbe Key. I don't know who came up with that one, but that was a great one out there. Hey, from the great Graham Nolan out there, regular updates begin right now. Good morning, my ghostly gang, he says. If you have backed my campaigns in the past, I have not. I wish that Bear checked out, was it Alien Alamo that he did? I kept meaning to get that one and just kind of kept forgetting. And then it was gone. That's the unfortunate thing about Indiegogo sometimes. You forget about something and then when you remember it, poof, it's gone. Like Bear tried to get some of Matthew Weldon's art from the, what was that? The Monster Hunt campaign. Literally was like, okay, let's get to it. You know, I'm doing it. I saw it for several days. The campaign was open. Campaign was like, all right, let's go to it. Let's go click on the campaign, and then they closed it. It's like, oh, for crying out loud! I was right there. I wasn't just about to do the Matthew Weldon art, the beautiful Matthew Weldon art. Why am I talking about Matthew Weldon art? Let's see. If you've backed my campaign in the past, this will come as no surprise that today, on the 21st, begins our weekly updates. Now that he's in demand, it's time to roll up the sleeves and start getting pages done. Every Monday around this time, we'll check in together, and he'll fill you in on what's happening with the project. That way, you know how things are progressing every step of the way. I'll also be sharing with you images and any new perk additions, or those that may be leaving. So strap in, gang. This is where the fun begins. And he says, I hope and wish everyone a wonderful and joyous Thanksgiving out there, except for those stinking Canadians. And remember, calories don't count on that day. That's true. Yes, indeed. And the best from Graham out there. So thank you. Thank you very much, Graham. Looking forward to the ghosts of Matecumbe Key. I like that. I like that song, people. A great song. I don't know who came up with that one, but that's how Bear kind of figured out how to do the Gabe El-Taib. Trying to figure that one out. It took Bear forever. All right, where am I? Oh, finally, one more that we haven't heard from in quite a while. Quite a while out here, people. That would be the Gunship ThunderPunch. Brian Shearer out here. Hi, crew. Hey, Brian. I just wanted to share a page of colors I got back from Alex Maline, who's doing the 5-page backup story. His stuff is looking phenomenal as usual. Why am I talking about it? Well, I can show it. There we go. I can show it. I also want to thank you all for being patient with this project. It has been a difficult year for everyone involved, but we're wrapping it up. The next book isn't going to go live until it's finished to avoid future delays. That's the lesson he's learned. It doesn't need to be like completely finished and then you go live. I think that's a really good idea. When we see that with Insom and also a couple of other books out. What was it? The Shadow of the Conqueror book out there. So I don't think it's a bad idea, but no, I mean, get like maybe 20, 30 pages, halfway maybe or something like that into it. And then launch it. You would still have enough stuff there to, be able to promote and show out there. And you're still working along with it anyways, because I think once people get the book, you kind of want to get a campaign going pretty quickly afterwards there. Just kind of strike while the iron's hot. Just strike while that iron is hot. That's the lesson he's learned. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. If you have any questions, please send him a message. And there is some Alex Awesomeness, he says. Alex Awesomeness. Very cool, with a big explosion. Big explosion there. Are the what is that? Is some sort of alien robot, I suppose? I'm not sure there. It looks like they're suicide bombers. They got like the countdown timer to them. Look out, ThunderPunch! Look out! You're gonna get blown. You're gonna get blown to smithereens out there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, some good, actually I would say great artwork out there from Brian Shearer. Yes indeed, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Alright, hold on. There we go. Yes, indeed. Stinking Canadians, P-Money says. I do agree. Beer agrees. I resent that, and oh wait, I didn't shower this morning. Good point, Beer. Yes, indeed. Thank you. That's okay. That's alright. You just dive into the river out there like Beer does. Not only do you get your shower, but you also can try and find some fish. Yes, indeed. Are you sure it's not just all these salmon? That's a strong smelling fish. Oh, ha ha ha. There you go. And I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving last month. Amy says to P-Money. That's nice. Yes, indeed. Yes, and thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. His family did. Yes, they did. All right. What the heck? Where is Beer here? I tell you what, people sometimes just gets turned around here. All right. Let me do the thing with the thing here. Get rid of this, and I don't need that. And you do the thing with the thing. Yes, indeed. All right. Again, I was trying to do. Kind of was thinking about doing a kind of a Rambo retrospective out there, but didn't really have that many people that were too thrilled about that. So quickly came up with some news items here. Where am I here? Where is it? Come on, I gotta show you the people. That would be fun. There we go. There we are. So anyways, some good news out here. Good news indeed. Coming from, in fact, just the news out here. Just the news. And who is this? Who wrote this? Madeline Hubbard out there. Let's see. P-Money says, oh, you know, a bear is working hard when he's doing with the thing. The thing with the thing. It is true. It's multitasking. Multitasking out there. All right, where am I? Rapper Nuke Bizzle out there says everybody was stealing pandemic money ahead of fraud sentencing. Barnes, who was arrested on fraud charges in October 2020 after bragging about his illegal activities, and a music video pleaded sir for leniency. Fontrell Barnes, the rapper with the stage name Nuke Bizzle out there. Nuke Bizzle. Hey, I'm sure everybody has his album. Said he stole pandemic relief funds, in part because, quote, everybody was around doing it. Everybody around was doing it. Barnes, who was arrested on fraud charges in October 2020 after bragging about his illegal activities in a music video, pleaded for leniency and explained his rationale behind his crime ahead of his December 7th will live in infamy sentencing. Barnes said he was started taking unemployment benefit cards for himself during the pandemic after he agreed to let his friends use his address to scam the system. More than, holy cow, $700,000 in benefits were paid to his address before he was arrested. When he noticed how much money his friends were making, Barnes said he started taking the cards for himself and telling his friends, quote, they never made it. Quote, it was hard to resist the money that I could get from the cards, especially when everyone around was doing it, he says. I made a rap video about it because the rap industry has a tendency to glorify crime? What? No way. No way. And he got caught up in it, people. He got caught up in the rap industry out there. But another things that rappers rap a lot about. Rappers rap a lot? Wait a minute, that's kind of a redundant, aren't they? Rappers already rap. Rappers do rap, don't they? Yeah, rappers rap. So that's kind of a redundant sentence there. Another thing that rappers rap a lot about is prison. And now I'm caught up in that too, he said. Barnes said about his YouTube music video titled EDD. He is down with EDD. Yeah, you know me. After California's Employment Development Department out there. Barnes's attorney asked the judge for a 70-month sentence after his client pleaded guilty in July 2022 to mail fraud and unlawful firearm possession. Up to $100 billion, people, is estimated to have been lost due to the fraud during the Wu flu pandemic, according to federal authorities out there. $100 billion, people. That's like that's like several FTXs out there. Several of them out there. I tell you what. The rap industry has a tendency to glorify crime. How dare you, sir? How dare you gotta, you can't blame the player, you gotta blame the game out there. Blame the game of scamming the man out here for more than $700,000. You go, Nuki. You go, what is his name? Nuke Bizzle. You go, Nuki. Yes, indeed. Nuke Bizzle, the Nuke Bizzle? Who is Nuke Bizzle? Asks P Money. Yes, indeed. That's true. Stuff just got real when Bear starts the thing in doing the thing. Yes, indeed. Rep glorifies crime, P Money asked. Next, you will tell me country mostly speaks about woman and beer. Well, and they're dead dogs. And thank you, Melissa, and trucks, too. They lost, their ex-girlfriend or wife took their truck and ran over the dog on her way out. And they have to drink, he has to drink away his sorrows out there. Or sorrows as well. Yes, indeed. He should rap about Christmas presents. The rapper could rap about a rap griff. Yes, indeed. The rapper could rap a rap about gift wrap. There we go. That is a tongue twister. See, it's easy for people to type this stuff out. It is a little bit hard, especially for bears, to be able to read that stuff. Yes, indeed. Well, speaking of huge amounts of fraud committed among the U.S. public out here, we had this a little while back. I don't watch the show, don't know anything about it. I just remember seeing it a little while back. Let's see, page 6, and Caroline Blair. Todd and Julie, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Chrisley? Sentenced to 19 total years in prison for fraud, and tax evasion out there. Well, hopefully they can get together with Nuke Bizzle out there. The Chrisleys are going to prison. Do I need to read anything more? I think that's just a great sentence right there. That's all we need. Todd Chrisley was sentenced on Monday to 12 years hard time in federal custody plus 16 months of probation in his and wife Julie Chrisley's bank fraud and tax evasion case, the U.S. Department of Justice announced. Julie, meanwhile, was given a lighter sentence of 7 years in prison and 16 months of probation. This sentencing serves notice. It serves notice that no matter a person's quote-unquote celebrity status? There are severe consequences for defrauding the American tax system. Yes, ask Nuke Bizzle out there. Ask Nuke Bizzle. Neither the couple's attorneys nor federal prosecutors immediately returned page 6's request for comment. Oh, let's see. Let me try the reader here. See if that's... there they are. There is the lovely, lovely couple out there. I think they have some sort of TV show of some kind. Oh, Chrisley knows best. Chrisley knows best about committing fraud against the American taxpayer. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yikes. These people are reality stars? How did this work? How does this work? I don't know. I would say he probably possibly celebrates LGBTQ plus month out there. Extra well out there. Just as just looking at the guy. Just looking at the guy. He'll do just fine in prison. Prior to the sentencing, prosecutors have recommended nearly 22 years behind bars for Todd, 53, and 12 years for Julie, 49. After the Chrisley, whatever the hell, were found guilty of multiple charges in June. That's right, I remember we were talking about that at the time. The Chrisleys, whatever the hell, have built an empire based on the lie that their wealth came from dedication and hard work. Wrote the prosecutors in sentencing. The jury's unanimous verdict sets the record straight. Todd and Julie Chrisleys are career swindlers who have made a living by jumping from one fraud scheme to another, lying to banks, stiffing vendors, and evading taxes at every corner. Meanwhile, the Bankman fraud out there is... Where's old Bankman fraud at? Where is he? That's not her. Oh, she was actually a foreign agent. Go figure. For the Brits. Who knew? Who knew? Let's see, is this it? There we go. There's the old Bankman fraud out there. Yeah, he's walking free as a bird out here. You can defraud people out of billions of dollars and walk scot-free, but if you embezzle a couple $100,000 or maybe $1,000,000, you're going straight to jail, people. Going straight to jail. Yes, indeed. Yes, that's a face made for prison there, and shoes as well. What the hell kind of shoes are those? Let's see. Where am I at here? Todd and Julie have maintained their innocence. Fought back and sought less than the recommended time. His lawyers wanted a maximum of 9 years in prison, and hers asked for probation with no jail time. Well, that's quite an ask. Hey, good. You need to switch up lawyers there. The reality TV stars, quote unquote, question mark, had also filed a joint motion for a new trial on the grounds that a witness lied during the spring trial, which the court denied. We're denying you, sir. We're denying you. I've never seen this show. Todd and Julie, who share a son's Chase, that was close. Grayson, and daughter Savannah were indicted in August 2019 on charges that they had submitted fake documents to banks to secure more than $30 million in loans. Julie was additionally accused of using fake statements to rent a home. Todd was convicted of conspiracy to commit bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government, and tax evasion. Julie, meanwhile, was found guilty of wire fraud, obstruction of justice, in addition to the same federal charges as her husband out there. There's the lovely family out there, headed straight to jail. Headed straight to jail. Yes, indeed. Well, not all of them. Not all of them, just the two there. But they've raised a beautiful family there and taught them all that they need to know about committing fraud out there. The Southern family rose to quote-unquote fame after their quote-unquote hit show debuted in 2014. I don't know if any of... I hope I'm not boring people out there. Never heard of any of these folks out there. Never seen any of that. Not at all. You become the slave to the things that you thought were going to bring you peace. So I got lost in that, and for my whole life, because I think I was too ignorant, and when I use the ignorant, I mean I didn't know that I understood how to differentiate self-worth and net worth. Yes, I thought you knew best. I thought you knew best, sir. Apparently you don't. Apparently he doesn't out there. Let's see, where am I here? Is it me, or do people seem to get higher sentences for tax evasion than things like assault? Well, P-Money, listen, I mean, if you're ripping off the U.S. government, that's a big deal. That's I mean, it's like parading in the Capitol. I mean, that's some deadly stuff out there. Some deadly stuff. But, yeah, if you assault somebody, like throw a Molotov cocktail into a police cruiser or something like that, slap. A little slap on the wrist there. That's it. That's all. That is it. Grant is here. Grant, did you change your name? Because I always thought it was Grant Crosby, and then I see the two V's in there. I don't recall if it was Grant VV Crosby out there, but there we go. Or is it a Russian bot? It could be a Russian bot that is taken over Grant's username out there, and we are none the wiser out there. I mean, renting an apartment isn't something you should have to commit fraud to. Yeah, I suppose so. They were renting out apartments with bank fraud money there. I think all you need to have a show to be considered a hit on USA Network is like 50 viewers. Oh, okay, it's on USA Network. Don't really watched that one. Somebody tell me what a hit show is other than these two bank fraud people. What is a hit show on USA Network? I'm sure there's something out there, but I'm just not sure what they are. Let's see, Grant says I've been messing around with my name. Oh, okay, all right. I saw that the other day. I'm like, okay, is that Grant or is that somebody else? Now we know. Or that could be what a Russian bot would say. That's what they could say out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Moving along here. Good folks out here at bounding into comics. Here we go. James Cameron amidst Avatar. Spencer McCooley out here. James Cameron's amidst Avatar, The Way of the Water. I'm just gonna call it Avatar Wow. Wow. Avatar Wow. It needs to become the third or fourth highest grossing film in all time just to break even. Well, there we go. In a self-admitted case of Hollywood budgeting run amok, Avatar WoW director James Cameron has revealed that in order for the sequel to be considered even remotely profitable, it has to end its theatrical run as the third or fourth highest grossing film in history. Sigourney Weaver plays a teenage, well, they're not girls, a teenage alien. They're not avatars. What do they call the? What do they call the aliens there in Avatar? What is it? It's like Nari or something like that. Anyways, I don't know. You know, I mean, fine actress and everything, but why you'd want to play a teenage girl, teenage blue person? I don't know. Beer has no idea. Grant says, I generally don't watch regular TV anymore. Smurfs, says Amy. Smurfs. Oh, I thought that was on USA. There we go. This Smurfs out here. Yes, indeed. Actually, I can actually show this. Where are we? You'll need to read along with Bear. Let's see. Let me find there they are. The Terminator and Terminator 2. A Judgment Day director provided this insight into his return to a trip to Pandora. I'm trying to remember the name of it. The Pandorans out there. Necessary financial milestones during a recent profile interview given, to GQ. Asked by the outlet's senior staff writer Zach Barron. I don't know. Do you want your senior staff writer to be named Zach? I don't know. Maybe. We can come up with something different out there. If he could give any details as to just how much money was spent on his 9-year journey to bring WoW to realization, Cameron simply asserted that the film was very effing expensive out there. Not just expensive, but very effing expensive out there. Yes, indeed. Space Smurfs out there. Does that mean that Avatar 2 has to do better than Avatar 1 since Avatar 1 is currently in 4th place? Oh, I thought that they were higher than that. I thought they were like... Didn't they get the first place back? I thought they came out with Avatar again, like, what was that, maybe about a year ago or so. Let's see, it was Avengers, right? And then it was Avatar, I think. And then I thought Avatar took it back over, I think. And then, what else was on? Maybe Black Panther was in there somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. I think Savage Dragon cartoon was on USA Network. Yes, indeed. Zachary might be a better name for your senior writer. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Recalling how he admitted to Disney higher-ups that the film was, quote, the worst business case in movie history, the director then proceeded to inform Barron that the WoW would have to be the third or fourth highest-grossing film in history in order to turn a profit. He said, that's your threshold, that's your break-even point. Wow. Wowzers. Yet, despite this daunting goal, Cameron found himself unwilling to compromise on his artistic vengeance, no matter the cost. When it's somebody else's money, that's right. I used to be really defensive about the fact that films like Terminator 2, Titanic were some of the most expensive to produce because it was always the first thing anybody would mention. And I'm like, if I can't... let's see. And now I'm like, if I can make a business case to spend $1 billion on a movie, he will effing do it, people. He will effing do it. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Just need to get a little bit of that FTX money out there. Just gotta find that. Find that in the Bahamas somewhere. Do you want to know why, Cameron asked. Old Zach out there. Because we don't put it all on a pile and light it on fire. What? You should. That would make a great movie. Oh, we give it to people. Well, give it to Bear. You don't need to give it to people. If if studio agrees and thinks it's a good investment, as opposed to buying an oil lease off the north of Scotland, which somebody would think it was a good investment, why not do it? He argued. Well, because you can't really burn a movie in your gas-powered car to go anywhere. It'd be nice if you could burn Avatar to, run your car or something. You just plug in the Avatar DVD and away your Tesla goes. That'd be nice, but it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I'm not sure if that's a good analogy out there, but there you go. Hey, he's big into the green stuff out there. According to Box Office Mojo, as of this article's writing, Avatar, wow, needs to secure at least, holy cow, people, $2.7 billion at the worldwide box office. And in the process, D-rank, okay, that's right, Star Wars episode, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 7 out there, The Force Awakens, in order to break even. Wow. Wow, indeed. And while this feat may seem daunting, may have a fair chance at pulling it off, thanks to the announcement that China, will in fact be allowing the Na'vi, thank you, I couldn't remember the name of it, the Na'vi, to once again cross their borders. I'm assuming the movie and not the actual characters. That would be an interesting Avatar movie. The Na'vi versus the Chinese out there. That'd be quite interesting. Let me go on to a different. I think we were showing these last time. Here we go. Looking pretty good. What is that? Entertainment Weekly. There we go. After all, it was thanks in large part to audiences within the Red Dragon. I'm assuming China out there. That the first Avatar film was able to take a record-setting $2.9 billion worldwide. Avatar WOW is currently set to release in theaters on the 16th. That's, gosh, what, three weeks away? I tell you. As confirmed to Tool Zach out there by Cameron, a third entry in the franchise has already been filmed, and a fourth is currently shooting out there. I think that's what they're talking about here. So, I think what was the price of it? Well, he said a lot of effing money out there. He's saying it needs to bring in $2.7 billion. I don't think the second film here, I don't think that cost $2.7 billion. They shot, let's see, 2 and 3 back to back, and then they were shooting, right? Let's see. Third entry into the franchise has already been filmed, and a fourth is currently shooting. So I bet you a lot of that, and I think they were going to do a fifth one as well. I bet you a lot of that was front-loaded, so if it does, let's just say it does break even, what, 2.7? $2.7 billion out there. I bet you that covers both of the films that have already been shot. I bet you a lot of it was front-loaded. So if the first one, quote-unquote, breaks even, probably the second movie other than P&A would be just straight profit. So, you figure maybe 100, 150, maybe more than that, $200 million or something like that for promotion and advertising out there. After that, it's probably all profit. So I bet you that's where a little bit of that's coming in. This might be a little bit more of a clickbait type of article. Holy cow! Avatar cost $2.7 billion. No, I probably front loaded for the first 3 or 4 movies there, and each one of those in succession is where you're going to be bringing in your profits. So the first movie probably has to do good. It might not do 2.7. Maybe it might. It sure might. Yeah, I don't think the first movie, or excuse me, the second movie here cost that amount. I bet you a lot of it was tech stuff. They need to be able to get the water tanks and all that stuff that they're shooting in. So I bet you a lot of that came front loaded, and that's what he's talking about here with this with the first movie here. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, P-Money. Force Awakens is number 1. I didn't realize that. In-game is number 2. Spider-Man is 3rd. Spider-Man is 3rd. Wow. Wow indeed, Amy. Wow indeed. Don't give the screenwriting responsibilities to Bear. Bear kills dogs and names sushi in his films. This is true, P-Money. This is true. We should have spoiled that. You were spoiling that for a lot of people out there, but there we go. A lot of tears were in the audience there at that time as Bear was doing that. Yes, indeed. You would not survive out there. $2.7 billion. Oh my gosh, their producers need to pull the ripcord on that way earlier into production. Yeah, again, I think it's for the, let's see, they were doing 2 and 3 back to back, and then I think 4, like they said, we're starting to shoot now. I want to say that they were doing a 5th film, but I'm not sure. I know they were doing the screenplay for 5 of them. So yeah, again, I think a lot of that is front loaded there. Let me go back to it here. I think a lot of it is front loaded there, and I think a lot of this is kind of a clickbait a little bit. Oh my God, it's got to be the 3rd one just to be able to break even. No, I think even if it breaks even now, all your additional films will basically be where your profit is. So you'll be making your billions of dollars on your 3rd and 4th and possibly 5th film out there. So there you go. There you go. God, that kid looks weird. That is a weird looking kid. Kind of reminds me of, they were doing the advertising. Bear never saw the new Game of Thrones show, but they had like some little girl, young girl on there. I don't know, is queen or had something to do with dragons, I suppose. So I'm sure a fine actress and everything, but she just kind of looked very odd. So kind of looks like the same actor or actress there. Just kind of the really big forehead. I was like, whoa, I'm not going to watch the show anyways. But wow, that girl just kind of, it's like you open up the door on Halloween, like, my God, it's the girl from Game of Thrones show. Again, not to take anything away from the lovely young lady out there, but just the forehead was just really weird. Threw Bear off, I tell you. Threw Bear off. Big yikes indeed. Big yikes. Thank you, Melissa. Just to kind of step on this real quickly, we were talking a little bit about Wakanda Forever the other day. Oh, and they were just, rah, 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 it's making all this money. They are seizing, I'm not sure if that's the description you want to give there, $50 million over Thanksgiving stretch. It's not that great. Not that great. Early figures, let's see, deadline. Anthony D'Alessandro out here. Let's see, early figures, and take the 3 and 5 day a day with a grain of salt. Too much salt out there. As projections are always off at this point in a Thanksgiving stretch, but we're going to lead with it anyways. Disney's Marvel Studios Black Panther Wakanda Forever is leading today with $9.5 million, even with yesterday, and $50 million Wednesday through Sunday on their outlook. So this one they thought they were for sure. Black Panther, it's $1 billion film. $1 billion film. Well, it basically has made back what they put into it. We were talking a little bit about that with James Cameron here. So, for a holiday weekend with really not that much. What is it? Strange World. This is another Disney film, by the way. Strange Worlds. So not really a whole lot of competition out there. Let's see, Devotion? I've never heard of that one. The Menu. Go check out the menu. Bear has not seen the menu, but has read the screenplay of it. And pretty interesting. It kind of dies down the 3rd act, but spoiler alert. But very cool. I would say go check that one out. That would be kind of your movie to check out, especially over Thanksgiving too. That's kind of weird. All right, I was trying to find the total. The total here, 303. 303. So I think the budget was like $300 million plus add on another. Let's just call it 150 to 200 P&A there. So you're looking at $500 million that it needed to break even, and it's at 303 right now. 300 feet. Now they're trying to say, oh look, it's the 7th film to pass this threshold after Top Gun, which made a whole lot of money. Doctor Strange out there. Jurassic World. Minions, The Rise of Gru. The Batman out there, for crying out loud. And Thor, Love of Thunder. Other than Maverick, I don't know if any of these are just fantastic films out there. Her Jurassic World was just bleh. Don't know anything about Minions. The Batman is terrible. Just awful. Thor, Love and Thunder out there. I heard that what's his name? Chris Hemsworth just does not want to work with the Takiti fella out there. I would not want to work with that racist either. So there you go. Alleged racist out there, I should say. Alleged. Anyways, they're making big hay out of $303 million, which is a lot of money, but it didn't it all get even break even at this point. It might just be breaking even with the budget there. So, anyways, when you hear about stuff like that, oh holy cow, Black Panther's going to close up on $400 million. Well, it's still got $200 million to go to make stuff profitable out there. I'm not sure if it had anything to do with it. I didn't want to get into it here, but the whole Bob Iger, Bob Chapek situation out there. I don't think that had anything to do with him getting S-canned out there. Just put yourself into a Disney executive's shoes for just a minute. Bob Chapek had just recently had his contract extended, I think for 3 or 4 years or something like that back during the summer. He just had it extended, and then they just kneecap him like a couple months later. So just imagine yourself as a Disney exec out there. You worked a long time for the company. You might have kissed a little bootay out there. Might have kissed Bob's bootay out there. Chapek's out there. Maybe the other one as well. I don't know. Maybe you're bad-mouthing Iger, and all of a sudden he's coming back. You think that you're safe with your contract out there, and now you're not. So I bet you a lot of a little bit of a circular firing squad out there at Disney, which really just couldn't happen to a nicer group of people out there. So, anyways, yeah, I think everybody's kind of made mention of it's just a really bad decision, and again, you're shuffling chairs on the Titanic. Disney is, if I recall correctly, it was like between $4 and $7 billion in debt. So they can have all the great Avatar movies come out and make super amounts of profit. It still isn't gonna take away their debt out there. So that's coming up, I think next year, 2025, something like that. So that's something to keep an eye on. Maybe Bob Iger is just getting while he can, while the getting's good out there. Everybody talks about Disney Plus. Oh, Disney Plus is, oh, look at all the subscribers that they got. Yeah, they're losing $1 billion a year on that. So I guess if you make it up in volume, it'll be okay. Big yikes indeed. Big yikes. Man, someone should try making good movies again. I bet they would do a lot better, especially if you keep the budget under $100 million. I'm going to go out on a limb. Let me just go back. Beer's going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that character-wise, it's probably not going to be that good. But I bet you Avatar's going to do some really good money out there. I don't know if it's going to surpass the first one, but it'll probably come close. If not, it might come over. He spent a lot of time. What was it, 9 years or something like that? And every one of these little shots, all of them look good. I can't say any one of them, oh, this was a bad shot or anything like that. They spent their time. Let's see, what was it? Top Gun? That spent a couple years during the pandemic hiatus there. They just made sure to make that movie just as good as they could. The Batman, I don't know what the hell they did with that movie, but that was going for a while. It seems like, I haven't seen the movie yet, but the latest James Bond movie, it seems like they took out a lot of the woke stuff that they might have had originally in there. So, yeah, I think if you just take your time. Quentin Tarantino got into a lot of hot water with, what was it? The guy from Shang-Chi out there. Talking about basically, Marvel movies are basically kind of like rides. They're not really movies of any kind out there. and got in a little bit of hot water there. But he's right. He's right. Basically, Disney just hiring, whatever director, hired Gunn out there to direct your movie, and they just have it on an assembly line. Just all right, crank out the next one. Up, we've got 4 or 5 movies that we need to hit the deadlines for. So like when what was that Blade that came out that or not they canceled Blade. No, they didn't cancel. They paused Blade out there. So that caused like a chain reaction to all the other movies that needed to be delayed just because Blade got delayed. So yeah, if they just took their time and again, great shot here, great shot there. They just took their time and did it right. Hey, you can spend $1 billion on it, but hey, make it look good and make it worthwhile. 3 hours long. I'm not sure. I think they need a intermission in there somewhere. But yeah, I bet you Avatar's going to do some buku amounts of money out there. Buku, people. There we go. All right. I didn't have a transition for this. Let's just jump right on into it. PlayStation 6 release date seemingly leaked by official documents. A lot of people haven't even gotten PlayStation 5 yet. Bear's still waiting on his. So, comicbook.com and Tyler Fisher out here. The PlayStation 6 release date, or at least its release window, has seemingly been leaked in new official documents, thanks to the ongoing drama involving the Xbox acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Ever since Xbox announced that it was acquiring the makers of Call of Duty, Overwatch, Diablo, and another WoW out there, World of Warcraft. Crash Bandicoot. I thought Crash Bandicoot was Sony. Okay. And more for the low price of $68.7 billion. That's not even, well, that's several avatars out there, but not quite a pandemic scam out there. Not quite. Almost there. Several FTXs out there. PlayStation has been speaking with regulators around the world and trying to get the deal struck down. The latest development in this ongoing saga involves, involves the Competition and Markets Authority in the UK, which is investigating the deal. As you may know, the CMA has some concerns over the deal, particularly with Microsoft gaining ownership over Call of Duty. I guess Call of Duty is really big over there in the UK, apparently. I don't know. At this point, maybe that's the reason why. Okay, spoiler alert, people. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert for just a second. The latest Call of Duty game that came out, the Brits saved the day. They save America. They save the Pentagon from, the guy that gives you the spoiler alert, people. The guy that gives you the missions at the beginning of it decides to become the bad guy for whatever reason. Whatever. And so the British saved the day. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why the UK is so interested. It gets deeper and deeper, people. Deeper and deeper. The more Bear digs, the deeper he gets. At this point, recapping the entire saga and predicting where it may go would require hours of reading. What you need to know that in documents filed by Sony for the purpose of the case, it is seemingly confirmed that the PlayStation 6 won't be out until at least 2028. That's probably when Bear will get his PlayStation 5. Microsoft has been offered to continue making Activision games available on PlayStation only until 2027. By the time SIE launched the next generation of its PlayStation consoles, which is likely to occur around Redacted. It would have lost access to Call of Duty and other Activision titles, making it extremely vulnerable to consumer switching and subsequent degradation of its competitiveness. Reads PlayStation's argument, even assuming that Psy had the ability and resources to develop a similar successful franchise to the Call of Duty. I remember when it used to be called Medal of Honor. Way back when. It would take many years and billions of dollars to create a challenger to Call of Duty. The example of EA's Battlefield shows that why would you say EA? We need to get rid of anti-competitive stuff. So how about EA? No, terrible. Why would you say that? As you can see, PlayStation confirms its console won't be out before the holiday of 2027. Meanwhile, the other language of the argument, combined with historical data about how long console generations are, suggests the PlayStation 6 will be out in 2028 or possibly 2029. Yes, indeed. If we still have electricity then. If we don't have any supply chains, if China hasn't invaded Taiwan, or the many, many other things that will befall us before then. Yes, indeed. So, anyways, something to look forward to if you don't have your PlayStation 5 out there. Just gotta wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Just a little bit longer. PlayStation 6, Amy asks, shouldn't Sony focus on producing and distributing PlayStation 5 first? Yes, indeed. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I think I'd get a Steam Deck before either of them. You know what they should do is they should just do like the what was the Google one? Stradia. Basically, you could play video games over the internet. In other words, they were on the server side of things, and as long as you had a good internet connection out there, you could just kind of stream a lot of those games. Let's see, Nvidia did one. Google did one there. There was one or two other ones out there, I think. So yeah, or a Steam Deck out there. Very cool. Very cool. Is that the one that's a handheld? Is the Steam Deck the one that's handheld? I'm sorry, Beer hasn't used the PC for a number of years, so I didn't get into the whole Steam stuff. Beer's gaming is like on his PlayStation. That's about it. There's not a whole lot of games on the Macintosh. No matter what they tell you about what was it? Apple Arcade. It is. There we go. Looks a lot like a Switch. Yeah, the Nintendo one. I might check out the Nintendo one just to have fun with some Nintendo games out there. That'd be cool. Beer has a dream of becoming a Twitch. What do they call those? Not a thought. One of those Twitch streamers out there. Got a number of stuff. I like the Red Dead game out there. Beer's just goofing around. I've been playing around with the Metal Gear Solid game out here, and the 5th one out there. And just as long as you don't do the missions and just kind of have fun with it, that's a fun little game. I had the little thing where it did the little Fulton thing. It's kind of like a little balloon that you can catch people or vehicles with or something like that. Guy has a little balloon and it floats them up and you can fly away with it or whatever. Takes it back to your base. I was like, all right, let me get this tank with this little rocket launcher balloon Fulton thing. Like, launched it and it just bounced right off the tank. I'm like, oh crap, now the tank is shooting at me. That's not good. I snuck right up to it, shot it with the rocket, and it wasn't a rocket, it was the balloon, and it didn't work. So I was like, oh crap. Should have checked this out beforehand. Yeah, it's alright. That's alright. Where is Bear? Bear is rambling on here, people. From the New York Post, and I'm not even going to try that. I'm not even going to try her name. I believe it's a her. Whatever. This person here. Yes, indeed. A tourist who sparked outrage by climbing a Mayan pyramid. It did. Oh, I did. It did. They edited. Yes, indeed. A renegade tourist who was met by a furious mob after climbing an ancient Mayan pyramid in Mexico's Chichen Itza this week has been identified as a 29-year-old Mexican national. Abigail asks, bears with cat ears in a gaming stream. There we go. Very interesting. I hope I got Chichen Itza right. Let's Bear know. There you go, with cat ears. That would be kind of interesting. Ooh, Switch is awesome, though. Right. Yes, indeed. Was about to mention the Switch. My friend has one. There you go. Very cool. Very, very cool. Villalobos was detained for about 30 minutes at the Tinian police station on Monday, fined with the equivalent of $260. And then released, according to the Mexican news outlet Golfo Pacifico. There she is, getting, chased away by the other tourists out there. We'll get to the pictures here in just a second. Villa Lobos sparked outrage when she flouted rules prohibiting visitors from scaling the 98-foot Mayan Temple of Kukulkan, which was named one of the new seven wonders of the world by UNESCO in 2007 rather. One of the new ones, eh? One of the new ones. I wonder what the other ones are. Anyways, there she is getting heckled. There she is up on the temple, I suppose. Up on the temple there. Dancing away. Look at me, people. I'm the king of the world. Woo! Those are really tiny little steps. Bear was actually able to, when you still were able to walk on these things, Bear was able to check it out one time. They had little tiny feet, those Mayans. Little tiny feet. Or maybe they just kind of jumped over, like sometimes you just jump over the steps or something like that. Just go two at a time. Little tiny steps. She was seen in TikTok videos dancing on the steps at the top of... Is it a pyramid? Okay, it's a pyramid, sure. And entering the temple before descending to the sounds of loud jeers from crowds of visitors. Furious onlookers hurled profanities at the rule breaker, calling her an a-hole, an idiot, idiota in Spanish, and demanded that she be jailed. Well, guess what, people? Slap on the wrist. Some particularly offended witnesses went so far as to spray Villalobos with water, knocking the hat off her head, and pull on her blonde locks as she was being led away by officials with the Mexican Institute of Anthropology and History. There you go, there she is, stepping into the temple there on top of the pyramid. You have your pyramid and then you have your temple up there. There you are. Look at me, I'm the king of the world. I got all my steps in for the day. Ha ha ha. Oh, she left her handbag down there. Somebody should have just went halfway up the steps there and just took her handbag. There we go. The viral stunt has earned the clueless culprit the mocking moniker Lady Chichen Itza on social media. The Mayan Pyramid, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, has been off limits to visitors since 2008 for preservation purposes. Doing a great job there. The National Institute of Anthropology and History said Monday that the temple, also known as El Castillo, has not been armed. That we know of. We probably should give a blood sacrifice, just in case. Just in case. There you are. There's the people. Boo! Boo! Hiss! Boo hiss! Boo hiss! Boo hiss! Of course she got her 15 minutes of fame. Look at all the phones there. Look at all the phones. Look at me! I'm the king of the world! Look at me! Penalties established by Mexico's federal law on monuments and archaeological, artistic, and historical areas for accessing the site without authorization range anywhere from $2,500 to more than $5,000. Well, she got off cheap. Got off real cheap. The step pyramid. Can it still be a pyramid and be a step pyramid? This is crazy. Was built by the Maya civilization sometime between the 8th and the 12th century AD to serve as a temple for the feathered serpent deity Kukulkan. In 2021, a woman from Tijuana, Mexico, was fined for climbing the same pyramid while allegedly intoxicated. In Mexico? What? No way. No way. You don't get drunk in Mexico. That's crazy. That's crazy, sir. That is crazy. I only played it once, but it was fun. One of these Smash Brothers from Grant. Okay, you guys are talking. Let's see. I don't think those temples are all that new. Well, I wonder what tipped you off, Amy. Barry, you need to make a gym stream. Pumping iron with some CG gym brawls. Yeah, we'll pump some iron. Pump some iron. Yes, indeed. Listen, Bear lifts fish all day. He doesn't need the iron. He just does it naturally, people. Doesn't naturally. I can understand wanting to see the pyramid, but making a TikTok dance video, oh my gosh, he says. That is the world that we live in these days. They need to build one in Mongolia, then it would be a step pyramid. There we are. Thank you, Grant. Thank you, sir. And with that, people, what a great transition here to the topic that everybody loves, everybody wants to talk about. It's what they come here to talk about, people. That's right, Bitcoin talk. We're talking about crypto stuff. We'll just gotta go through this real quickly here. Kind of talked about it not that long ago. The FTX just basically was one of the first dominoes that's just kind of just going down the line here. The traders smell blood out there from CCF Tech. The provocations by the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust folks. It's a long, complicated thing. We're not going to get into it. In revealing its cold wallet, so essentially crypto talk out there. Anything should be on the ledger out there. You should be able to see, oh, okay, this transaction happened, blah, 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 blah. Well, they tried to reveal its cold address, but they didn't really do it. They hid some stuff, so people are saying, "Hey, wait a minute, what are you guys hiding out there? What's going on?" And then what was that? That was like the 21st, right? Yeah, 21st. Next day, Contagion Vectors keep growing as digital currency group, which I think was wasn't it part of the metaverse? Wasn't it like DCG World or something like that out there? I'm trying to remember that. They had so many. Oh my god. All the verses in the metaverse out there. Oh, yeah, yeah. So the parent company to all that confirms the existence of just a small $575 million loan to keep the Genesis, these folks, propped up over there. So that'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Nothing will go wrong. Look at this. DCG owns 5 major companies. CoinDesk, reporting folks out there. The crypto mining equipment retailer Foundry. So they got your reporting on that. Now you go to mine it. Well, that's part of DCG. The crypto brokerage firm Genesis, who's the ones that are going bankrupt here. The digital asset exchange Luno, so they're exchanging it there. Grayscale Investments, which, if you wanted to get a dollar's worth of Bitcoin, you could pay 50 cents, and people still didn't want to do it. The company behind Grayscale Bitcoin Trust Corporation out there. So they're going down. So, anyways, I believe it was the DCG people who did the one of the metaverses out there. What was it, Snoop Dogg or something like that? You can live virtually next to Snoop Dogg. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, let me just get my NFTs out of that one. So, anyways, I didn't want to go through all of it here, but it is down there in the description for you good people if you want to check out all the great crypto talk out there. So many punny pyramid jokes tonight. Even pyramid schemes. Out there. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Oh, I thought you did crypto Bitcoin thing once as a gag. kind of, sort of, Grant. I mean, the way Beer got into it was the whole, what was it, funky monkeys, whatever, Mike Miller's thing. It was just kind of a lark. It was like, yeah, okay, hold on. Listen, the whole crypto thing's a scam. Let's just kind of once again, Beer digs a little bit deep and, just falls through the hole there. So we were doing it for a little while there. People got a little bit tired of Beer talking about crypto all the time. We kind of took a break and then literally came back right before the FTX stuff. I was like, hey, this FTX thing, where is he? Hold on. Where's the old Bankman at? Let's see. There he is. Hey, this guy's losing all his money. What's the deal there? And then, like, literally the next day, the day after, the whole FTX thing just completely crashes and burns and all that sort of stuff. So it's just kind of fortuitous more than anything else. We just kind of talk about it every once in a while, mainly to show what scammy kind of a rug pull, nefarious pyramid for the word of the day out here. Pyramid schemes out there, what's going on with all that sort of stuff. So we originally were doing Wu flu talk and vaccine talk, and Beer was one of the original ones out there was saying, hey, according to the data there from the FDA, this doesn't look like it's very well, tested and all this sort of stuff. People got a little tired of that, but we kind of bounce around some different topics every once in a while. It is nice to know that people thought that was just kind of a gimmicky thing. No, Bear is talking about it legitly. Come on, legitly, legitly. We'll go with legitly out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Are they actually doing? Are they going to do Drawn and Quartered tonight? I didn't see anything about it. I don't know if they're going to. Don't know if they're going to be doing anything about that. Bear had intended to do a kind of a Rambo retrospective, but man, oh man, the week, literally the entire week just got away from Bear here, so wasn't able to do a whole lot with that. If people really want to do that, maybe we might try it like Friday or Saturday or something like that. Hopefully have a little bit more time over the holiday here. Try that. Still trying to figure it out. Let's see. P-Money was asking last time. It was HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, you can watch it for free. It looked like the Paramount Plus, you had to pay money for. And of course, renting it or buying it through whatever service that you use, you'd have to do that. So, of course, you could always sail the high seas out there. You could sail the high seas. We're not recommending that. But you could if you want to. It is an option out there. So I didn't know. Didn't really come up with that many people that had much interest in it. So I was like, let's put it off to the side there. But if people do have interest, maybe we might try doing something along those lines. But other than that, Bear does appreciate it. There were so many dang live streams out there. Bear was a little worried. It's like, oh my goodness, we have 0 people watching tonight. But does appreciate it. You could be doing anything on a Wednesday right before Thanksgiving, but you're right here with Bear, and he does appreciate it. So many thanks out there. So many thanks for all you great people out there. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and an even better Black Friday. It's Bear Friday. He's out there in the garbage cans while everybody's shopping. Bear's there in the garbage can. All the leftovers out there. Yes, indeed. Well, once again, people, all this talk about eating out of a trash can, it's made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving out there. Grrr!